In this particular lecture, we're going to talk about distillation column control schemes. Distillation columns are one of the main equipment in process industry, and often maintaining this distillation column becomes one of the major operational cost of a particular plant. Optimizing this different control scheme can help in reducing operational cost and at the same time improving product quality. In this lecture, we are going to talk about the different control schemes that are available. So let's begin. So in a distillation column, the feeds comes into it and it gets separated into two parts. The lighter component goes above and the heavier component comes down. Now whatever goes above is further cooled by using cooling water or any other cooling stream that is available. Now, so basically the hot vapor that is coming out of the distillation column is get cooled, and after condensation of the vapor it gets stored in another vessel. Now from there this material comes back as a form of reflux to the upper portion of the column. Whatever left after the reflux is known as a distillate, and the distillate is an final outcome um, from the column distillation column. Now from the bottom of the distillation column, whatever material is coming out, that is known as the bottoms. Now bottoms product is further reheated and it gets back to the bottom of the column. This action is known as the reboiling. Reboiling is done through some other hot uh, streams, or process industry normally steam is used in many cases. Now when we are talking about the controlling of a distillation column, there are three main things that we want to control. One is the top level and the bottom level of the distillation column. This is the bottom level, so bottom level is may get controlled through the bottoms. And another thing is the top pressure of the distillation column. So these are the three things that we at least want to control for a distillation column. Additionally, to achieve more better control, we will be controlling the reflux flow, right? And also we want to control the reboiler flow. So reboiler stream full flow. In some cases, uh, this kind of control scheme is known as the LQ control. LQ is because we are giving set point to the Q, which is the steam, and also we can give the set point to the reflux rate, right? So that is the L. So that's why this control structure is known as the LQ structure. So as you can see, we are controlling the flow of the reflux, and also we are controlling the amount of steam that is going to the bottom, right? To heat the material. So basically here we are controlling the amount of energy that is going into the distillation column. So that's why known as the energy balance control structure. Okay. Now in this case, as you can clearly see, how the control is achieved is, one is this level, this top level, that is controlled through the flow of the distillate. So by controlling the flow of the distillate, this level is getting controlled. Again, from the bottom level is getting controlled by the bottom flow, right? And top pressure is getting controlled by the amount of condensation material that is going through, right? So by controlling the condensing or cooling material flow, we are basically controlling the pressure at the top, because uh, what happens is amount of vapor that gets condensed is directly related to this pressure. Additionally, we are controlling the reflex flow rate and also reboiler steam flow rate. This whole control structure is known as the LQ, because we are controlling the reflux flow, which here we denote it as L, and also we are controlling the steam or energy that is going at the bottom. So that's why it is known as the LQ control structure. So feed also can have some flow control into it. This is quite natural. Now you have understood LQ. There are different variation of this control scheme that we will see in the following slides. Another control scheme that is available is DQ control. So in the case of the DQ, what we are doing, we are basically controlling the distillate. We are basically controlling the distillate flow through a closed loop flow control, and the label, instead of getting controlled through the distillate, label is getting controlled through the reflux. This is getting controlled through the reflux rate. So this is because, suppose in many cases what happens, the distillate flow rate is very less, right? So it happens when you have a impurity, right? You have a impurity in the process. Suppose your material is A and B, right? So A goes onto the top and B comes at the bottom. Now the quantity of B, A is very less. Then what happens? Whatever come inside and whatever the flow that come out of the distillate, this A is actually very less, right? Compared to the distillate that is going through here, right? So actually if the flow rate is very less, it is at like leakage. Now with the leakage you cannot control the level, right? Consider a huge tank in which there is a drain, and through the drain there is a small leakage is there. So that small leak actually does not affect the overall level of the huge tank. So that's why when this we denote by D and this flow we denote by L. So when D is uh, much lesser compared to L, at least 4 times lesser, this is a kind of a thumb rule, then we use this DQ control structure. So what are we going to do? We are going to give the set point to this D, this distillate that is flowing through it, and we also going to give set point to this reboiler steam, right? Okay, so this is another control structure. So we have seen now LQ control, we have seen also DQ control. Now there can be some okay, now see what else is available. Now there is LB control structure. What happens is LB control structure. LB control structure here, distillate flow is sufficient, so the level is directly getting controlled through the distillate, and the reflux flow rate is getting controlled through the own flow loop, and one set point is given to this reflux flow. and another set point is given to this bottom, right? Bottom set point. Here the level is getting controlled through the reboiler stream because of the same reason. When the bottom flow is very less, we cannot control the level using the bottom flow rate. That's why instead of using the bottom to control the level, reboiler stream is getting used. Okay, hope this is clear. Now we have seen LQ, we have seen DQ, and we have seen LB, right? Now it can come to your mind that we can have then DB control also, right? So DB means on the top you are doing from distillate and bottom you are controlling from the bottom. Now this situation is very rare, and in this DB control is strict no-no, because if you see feed is actually getting diverted into distillate into bottom, right? These two things are there. Now you cannot control this also independently and this also independently. It is only possible in the case of the super fractionator, right? If it is a like super fractionator, then only this DB control is used. Otherwise, DB control is strict no-no. Okay. Other than that, we can have also L by D control, L by D to B control. L by D is known as the reflux ratio. So operator can give L by D set point, and this particular block takes input from the flow of the distillate. So basically this is a this multiplication block. So what happens? Operator gives L by D set point and it gets multiplied by actual value of the distillate, so it gets you the reflux set point. So ultimately this reflux set point, these L set points come to here, right? This is like in many cases what happens is operator wants to control the system by reflux ratio. So in that case scenario, this kind of control can be used. Again, on the contrary, we can have D Q by B control, where is the Q by B is the reflux rate, sorry, reboil rate or reboil ratio. So we can control it with the reboil ratio, right? Similarly, instead of D Q by B, we can also have um, like L Q by B control structure, or in other case where it was L by D, we have seen L by D into B, we can have also L by D into Q control structure. So as you can see, there are so many different kind of control schemes that are available, and based on the in your use case you can choose the particular control scheme that you need.